Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Steve,
I'm Travis.
and this is another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. How we doing, everybody? How we doing, Travis?
I'm doing great, buddy. How are you?
Great. Just celebrated my birthday last week.
Wah,
40
wah,
years,
wah.
40 years old in this world.
Wow,
I'm
you're
having a
dusty.
I know I'm super old. I'm having a lot of fun. Wife and I finally finished up Cabinet of Curiosities. I really don't think anyone else needs to watch it. If you like Guillermo, I mean, it's not even Guillermo del Toro. It's a bunch of short stories and different directors, and
Uh,
he picked them all. Like two of them were entertaining in my eyes. There were 8 episodes. Um, Other
Fairly
than
low
that,
hit ratio there. Not.
I I cracked my tooth on my birthday. I went and saw Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Oh
Cracked
yeah.
cracked my back tooth on a popcorn kernel, and an undisclosed amount of money later that is 4 digits. I have a crown on my tooth.
Fuck.
And it would have been 4 digits to put a crown on my tooth, and it would have been 4 digits to have the tooth completely removed. So the tooth was healthy enough that I cleaned it out, capped it, and still have it. But I
Hmm.
went and saw on my birthday, November 10th, Wakanda Forever, Black
Nice.
Panther. I know you haven't had a chance to see it, so I won't spoil it a lot. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done. The wife really liked it. She said she doesn't know which one she enjoyed more, this one or the original.
That's a strong statement. Damn. Okay.
I'll go into the
Fuck.
trailers of that because I'm not really going to get into it. We can get into it once you see it. I will say I really enjoyed Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. We saw the first official trailer for John Wick 4. We
Ooh.
got a new trailer for I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Nice. That looks
I,
fucking great.
we got a very short trailer for Megan, which is the new AI robot movie that's coming on out. That apparently Universal Studios is already talking about a sequel, and it hasn't even been released yet. Um, we got the
Interesting.
Super Mario Brothers movie short trailer, which I am very excited for. We got Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, Shazam 2, The Menu, Ant-Man 2, and Avatar 2. So no real new trailers except for John Wick, and I missed the
Hmm.
first 30 seconds or a minute of that. And I just realized, Travis, we went right into the show, skipping right over birthdays. So let's get
We
into
skipped
some.
over a lot of stuff,
I
but
am
we could
super
still
excited. I was excited. I'm just excited. I'm
talk about
excited to
some of
talk.
those trailers.
I'm
Super Mario
excited.
Brothers. That's the Chris Pratt shit, right?
It is the Jack Black, Chris Pratt, Charlie Day,
Oh
uh,
wow.
Anna Joy Taylor. I believe that's her name.
Live action or no?
Animated. You haven't seen the trailer for it yet?
I haven't seen anything about it except for everybody's really mad that Chris Pratt is is
Yeah,
Mario,
yeah.
or they think his
I
accent is
mean,
bad or something. I don't
we've
know.
literally heard 2 lines from him, and who knows? So
Yeah. Uh, I got in trouble for not asking more questions about your crown, so I'm glad to get some more info about that. Weston's like, "What? So what happened? What did you do?" I was like, "I don't know. He just told me he cracked his tooth, and
on a popcorn kernel,
I was
I
like, bro,
said how I
this
did
is
it.
this is how men work. We just that's it. It's just moving on."
Cracked it on a popcorn kernel. Had a crown put on it. There's not much more you need to get into. There wasn't, if you want to, it had a cavity. It had a cavity, which is why it cracked. It was a cavity that entered from the side, not the top, because the top had a
Oh,
filling in it.
oh,
Because the
sneaky
filling,
son of a bitch.
I mean, I can get into details if you really want. I really don't. Let's
No,
let's get into some birthdays.
absolutely.
Top of the hour, top of the day. Wow,
Top of the morning to ya.
wow,
Wow.
wow! It's Owen Wilson's birthday. Travis, how
Oh,
old?
okay. I was
How
like,
old do
does
you
this
think?
have anything to do with what's going on?
How old do
I'll
you
keep
think?
going.
How old do you think Owen Wilson is turning?
Fuck. I mean, they were pretty young when Bottle Rocket came out. That was like 97. He's got to be like 47 or something.
54.
Oh, wow. They weren't as young as I thought when that movie came out then.
How about actress Chloe Sevigny?
Why does that? What's she in? That,
I know that she was in the second season of what was that show? Russian Doll. She
oh.
She was
Right,
in.
on Netflix.
Yep, she was in Boys Don't Cry. She was on the TV show Big Love.
53.
She's turning 48.
Damn. All right, 5 off. That's not too bad. I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's get going.
Wilma Flintstone herself, Elizabeth Perkins.
Ooh, that's Celia Hodes to you, sir.
That is also Celia Hodes. That's correct.
Who fucked a child in Big,
drug
but you
queen.
didn't know. But you didn't know.
The drug queen
Wasn't her
herself
fault.
that they wrote out of the last season.
Well, her character's arc went to that, so I'm not mad about it.
They literally in the season before that, with her being like the rival drug queen of Mary Louise Parker. She had Ignacio. She had the wrestler, the lucha guy.
Oh, and she's selling the fake makeup and actually putting the weed in it.
The end of the season is her being like a rival drug queen, and then they just write her out of the last season.
Well, because she gets pinched, and then she
That's the easy way to write her out. Is she got pinched? She got pinched. No, I think there was trouble. How old do you think Elizabeth Perkins is turning?
Oh boy, I mean 58.
62.
Close.
Celebrating a birthday today. He is the writer and producer for the current Doctor Who, Mr. Stephen Moffat.
Oh, yes. And also, I believe he had a big part in the Sherlock series on BBC.
He did as well.
I don't fucking know. They seem to be going up. 65.
61.
Ah!
That one went down.
Damn it.
How about Mr. Oscar Nunez, also known as Oscar from The Office?
Also known as from a TV show called Halfway Home or whatever on Comedy Central was the first time I ever saw him, and that guy has been hilarious since day one.
How old do you think Oscar Nunez is turning?
56.
64.
Holy crap.
Celebrating a birthday today, Mr. Damon Wayans Jr.
I'm getting none of these right.
None of them.
Is this New Girl Damon Wayans Jr.?
Damon Wayans Jr. Damon Wayans' kid.
Right.
From New Girl.
Right. They both look so much younger than they actually are. It's fucked up. Great skin. Don't look at me like that, Steven. He's got to be getting up there. Coach, 53.
You think Damon Wayans Jr. is turning 53 today?
No. Wait. No.
I don't know why you said coach. We're not talking about like Dick Van Patten or.
That was his name on New Girl, I thought.
Oh, I never watched New Girl.
Oh, really? You should. It's pretty funny. A lot of yelling.
How do you think Damon Wayans Jr. is turning?
Bro, I don't know. 46.
40 years old.
Okay.
Speaking of weeds, celebrating a birthday. Speaking of weeds, also celebrating a birthday today, Mr. Kevin Nealon.
Oh wow!
I was swimming with the dolphins. I was a seagull, and then I became a dolphin, and I was swimming.
That means good things are coming to Brainasium.
Whatever you say, Mr. Cheezel.
Where do you get your weed from?
Well, from you, Dante.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Cheezel.
What's going on? How old is Kevin Nealon turning?
Stay away from his tea parties. Oh boy. Oddly, a character that had to do a lot with Celia Hodes, so that's funny that they both have the same birthday. Councilman Doug. How old is he? 63. Are you trying to tell me? 69.
69.
God dang it.
Delroy Lindo. How old is Delroy Lindo?
He doesn't get credit for his weekend update time. I feel like his deliveries.
Lots of known birthdays today. My goodness.
Yeah, no kidding. Delroy Lindo.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. He's got to be older than Kevin Nealon. 74?
70. He's 1 year older. We're going to continue this weeds trend going.
No way.
Romani Malco.
Oh, nice. 40-year-old virgin and such.
How old is he turning today?
Hmm.
And we got one more after this.
Man. I will say, man, you think they got each one of them their own cake? You think they did one big cake every season on?
That's pretty funny.
48.
54.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the final birthday today.
God dang it. I'm getting old. I just don't believe that all these people are that old either.
funny man. Mike Epps.
Mike Epps.
Yes, sir.
Steal your dog and then collect the reward for it himself, Mr. Mike Epps. 59.
52.
Gosh darn it.
Travis, let's talk about the box office.
I didn't do very well this week.
Coming in at number 6 this week, Pray for the Devil with 1.9 million. Coming in at number 2 with 2.3 million, we have Smile. Coming in at 3.2, Lyle Crocodile in the number 4 spot. Ticket to Paradise is riding its way with number 3 at 5.9. Black Adam is at 8.1 with the second position, because as I called, storming the number 1 position in the box office right now with $181 million. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Not bad.
Travis, what have you been watching? What's new with you?
Well, a lot's new. It's about to be my birthday because mine comes after yours.
That's usually how they work.
So that's exciting. So that's coming up Sunday. I'm getting ready for a little birthday party and the World Cup to kick off. So usually in the summertime, that's the first time it's ever happened on my birthday. So I'm feeling pretty special about that. And my lady, Wesleyan, got me tickets to go see Clerks 3 with a Q&A from the one and only Kevin Smith. We went and saw that last Thursday night. Picked myself up a little merch. You got to support him on the tour.
I just realized I let you get away with wearing your hat this episode.
I know he wasn't saying anything. My face is more well lit, so I think
your face is more well lit, which is why I didn't give you anything. It's coming from the side, not the top. Yes. So you got away with it.
Mm-hmm. Bought in Motown at Comerica Park, so it's
excellent,
official. But no, it was really cool. I've never been to a live showing like that. I mean, I went to the Coming to America party one time where it was a very involved audience, and that was a pretty fun experience. But for this, where it's such a special film to Kevin Smith and to all his fans, and to experience that, the highs and the lows of that film, to do it with Wesleyan, we had great seats at one of my favorite venues in the town. Man, we we did it right. I picked up some Keef sodas and some edibles, and we rode along very nicely through the whole show. Timed it well since we both had already seen the movie, so we were able to step outside and smoke a joint. So it was just one of my best birthday nights that I've ever had. Kevin Smith babbled on for fucking ever every question.
But that's Kevin Smith, man. I mean, one of my favorite things of his is An Evening with Kevin Smith, the first evening with Kevin Smith, because just the stories he tells are so great and they're so long and detailed. I'd love to be able to see him live. I missed when he was in LA. I missed when he was in San Diego. I am hoping that he's going to be making an appearance at LA Comic-Con, so I can tell him how much Clerks 3 truly touched me on many emotional levels, and how I cried like a little baby, like a crying baby.
Yeah, I cried significantly less this time than the first 2 times I watched it. Thank goodness, because it still got me.
I think I'm gonna cry just as hard the second time as I did the first.
Oh yeah, I was definitely.
I think, and it's just that ending. It's just that ending that it will get me. Probably every fucking time I watch it, I will cry. I'm not even gonna lie. Probably every time.
So. The guy sitting in front of us had a nervous reaction, let out one of the loudest ha's at the line when it's Randall, as it's delivered, and he bro, you just no. You're the worst. But I understand not everybody can process emotions properly. But
Oh,
that's why.
I laugh. I laugh at very inappropriate. I laugh at very inappropriate things, but that's just my sense of humor. But
Yeah, it was so cool. I actually got to hear the entire. Somebody asked him what the original Clerks 3 was supposed to be like, and he did not spare any detail. He literally went through like the whole movie scene by scene, and some of the dialogue and everything, and like how it led into Jay and Silent Bob running off to Canada, and then that's how Moose Jaw's supposed to take off, and like I mean, it was a whole different plot involving a
I'm so
movie
excited for Moose Jaw.
a movie theater shooting that was going to be going on for like Randall had been waiting outside for a movie to start for forever, and like all this. It was totally like it
Wow.
was pretty cool to get the yeah, you're right. You get I mean, never before heard, and he really kind of lets you behind the curtain and just starts telling everything that comes to mind when he's up there. So it was cool, and I wish I would have had a question. I didn't think she told me because she's been to one before. She's like, yeah, he takes so long. He only answers like 4 or 5 questions, and it takes 2 hours. So I was like, I'll just let other people ask and I'll just listen. But then the mics were, I could have stepped out in the aisle as the credits hit and been first in line. I'm like, I didn't have a
Yeah,
question, but
I'd have to really think about it if I was to ask Kevin Smith a real. If I don't even know. I mean, there's so many things that I'd want to ask. Like, in reality, I'd probably be like, with the success of Jane, Silent Bob, and all of that, and Clerks. Would you ever revisit? Would you ever reconsider doing more Clerks animated?
oh,
I
because the
love
animated
because
series kind of
I
got,
I straight would tell him, like, I in front of a whole theater would be like, I absolutely love Clerks. I absolutely love Clerks 2, but my all-time favorite is Clerks the animated. I love the animated series more than both of the movies. Would you ever consider revisiting and doing more with that? Because I would love to see it.
that would have been a great question.
I legitimately do. I legitimately love the animated series more than I love both of the movies.
I've never actually seen it. Maybe I should check it
Oh,
out.
if you can find it, it's no, I can't. I don't know
You
where it
got to
is
find it
online.
like on DVD, I think.
You do. I own it somewhere on DVD. It's just so quotable. My brothers and I would quote it to each other all the time. So I
Oh, well,
absolutely,
that's Kevin Smith's great with the dialogue, so that makes fucking sense.
absolutely.
He did talk about the situation with Dogma and that he had actually made some he got some money together with some backers and made some significant offers to Weinstein to buy it out from him, even though obviously the money wouldn't go to Weinstein, it would go to the Victims Recovery Fund. And he said he regrets it because Weinstein, of course, is a fucking dickhead and just said no. And he's like, damn it, I kind of gave him what he misses about being in Hollywood and like being a decider who can make or break you. And I gave him the chance to just say no, just to give him that power that he's been missing. And
And the
I wish
crazy
I
thing
hadn't even
is,
offered.
I have Dogma somewhere on a DVD. I want to say in a box downstairs.
Yeah,
Like
you can find it.
that it's expensive though.
Yeah, I
It's
paid like $20 at Vintage
expensive.
Stock for it. And if you want the Blu-ray, you're gonna be looking at a lot
A
more.
lot. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome that you had fun at that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fucking really
a-
cool.
anything else new or interesting that you've watched or seen?
I checked out the new Lindsay Lohan talk about comebacks. She has a Netflix movie. Oh, I'm blanking on the name.
Well, folks, just look up Lindsay Lohan on Netflix, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
what
you'll see
Travis was
it.
talking about.
It, it was such an interesting experience because it's it's a rom-com and it's a holiday movie, so a lot of it's gonna be predictable as fuck. It felt like an SNL skit at so many different points. Like I
You're
swear I could have.
talking about Falling for Christmas,
Yes, yeah, I
where
knew. I
she
was like
plays
some.
Sierra Belmont.
Yes, and I'm trying to think of the guy's name. It's not Colin Jost, but
Like I don't just have the IMDb page open right here. It's Cord Overstreet.
oh, he just looks like this guy that's on SNL or that
What?
used to be
How
on
would you
SNL.
pronounce that name? Chord? Is it Cord? Is his name Cord? Or is like the CH silent?
Like you play a chord.
I have no idea.
It would have to. That's an interesting. I didn't know people were naming their kids that. All right, we're gonna have a new pause here. We're gonna look in the language of origin here. See
No,
if we
we're
could
not.
get a.
You can look that up. So Lindsay on your own time. So Lindsay Lohan has this new movie,
Yeah, and it was like it should
Falling
have
for
been bad. It
Christmas.
was
It's
so
on Netflix.
formulaic. A typical amnesia story. She wakes up at this resort that's a small resort, and they're about to be shut down, and they need the big resort in town to kind of keep them going because they're like the intro that gets people skiing and feeds into the big resort once people get really into skiing and stuff and blah, blah, blah. But her dad won't give him any money, and then she goes skiing off and hits her head, and he saves her.
Bro, it's Overboard. What you are describing,
Yes.
I am watching the trailer right now.
It's Overboard.
This is Overboard at a ski lodge.
That's a lot faster summation. Yeah.
This is over. He even has the Kurt Russell look when he picks her up. I'm watching the trailer right now on IMDb as it's playing on mute. Like the dude proposing, and here's him with the fucking plaid and the real beard. And oh my God, this is Overboard at a resort during Christmas. So that's what you watched.
Except for he has a daughter instead of a bunch of sons.
And this episode is definitely going to be called Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Not falling for Christmas.
This movie works though. I was like making fun of it the whole time, but it ended up like emotionally getting me, and it shouldn't have, and I'm upset about it. But like, I don't know. Check it out if you don't have anything better to watch. I still think Let It Snow is the best Netflix holiday movie that they've made. That movie is so fucking good. And that guy, I'm blanking on his name right now. He keeps getting more and more famous.
Don't know. Couldn't help you on that
Incredible singer.
He
was Miles Morales. And
as we have just passed the 20-minute mark.
Oh no.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about before?
Mighty Ducks Game Changers, buddy.
Haven't seen it yet. And I will say, have you started the new season of Titans?
Titans. I watched the first episode, but I was only half paying attention. I need to get more into it.
And wasn't that ending a very disappointing ending?
I don't even remember it.
Well,
that's how little I was paying attention.
And there we go.
To get back.
Travis, do you have anything that you'd like to leave the fans with before we get on out of here?
I mean, I'll still talk about Game Changers for a second, but okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, not the episode, but just like I liked how
the season's going really well. I really like the season.
It's so good, and it gets even better next episode. I can't wait to talk to you about it. And I liked your comparison of this being D2 last time we talked about it, because that gets me really excited. They're all at the perfect age. I'm like, oh, next season they can just go straight into D3, where now they're like taking on varsity, and they're the freshmen. I'm like, oh, give me more.
Funny. I think it's very funny that we gave a very D2 comparison to the show, and then last week's episode, before we watched it, they incorporate the knuckle puck from D2.
Oh yeah. That was so cool. Yeah, and even like they played the music from
I was so disappointed though. They had the title of the episode is part 2 from season 1, where they brought back original cast members, and we have only gotten 2 original cast members in this season so far, and it was in the first episode.
Oh, you're right. They did a great job of that the first season, but
we had the Smash Brothers in the very first episode of season 2, and that is all we've had so far in season 2 of original cast.
Maybe that's all. Maybe they've gotten pretty much everybody to come back.
We need
Charlie.
We need Joshua Jackson.
Because he's actually maintained a career since then.
Yes, he has.
Fringe and all that shit.
Travis.
Anything? What I was gonna say, I listened to a Wayne Gretzky interview. I never knew
Great one.
That like it was what's the Disney guy's name? Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner.
He had a big push to do nobody wanted to make the Mighty Ducks movie, and he pushed it hard. And he was also a driving force between the Anaheim Ducks becoming a team. Like, that's so cool. I knew that they made this. I just figured they were already like.
I want to say Wayne Gretzky is in the Mighty Ducks.
He's in D2, yeah.
Oh, he's in D2. Okay. I knew he was in one of them. Yeah, as himself. The great one, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, that was part of it, because Gretzky was playing for the LA Kings, and he became friends with Eisner, and then Eisner was like, dude, we got to get another team out here, and he like made the movie and then convinced the NHL to bring the Mighty Ducks, and now they're, almost 30 years old, a franchise. I think they've even won a Stanley Cup.
As we take it on home.
Make your dreams come true, baby.
Folks, definitely go check out Mighty Ducks Game Changers. It's such a fun show. Lots of good things.
Definitely Clerks 3 whenever it does become available to rent.
I have a lot to talk about. I'm not going to lie, but I just want to keep it to that nice little short format for us. So lots to talk about. Horizon Zero Dawn when we come back next time, because I just started playing that. It's a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steve. That's Travis. We thank you for coming on this continuous journey with us week after week. You can always check me out on Back to the Retro Review, also here on YouTube, and layeth the mod down, where me and Kevin talk about wrestling, what's happening in the wrestling world on a weekly basis. 2 shows, so I am on a total of 3 shows. That is Back to the Retro Review, and you can find the link for layeth the mod down as well. For Travis, I'm Steve, and until next time, tip the Beal, try the staff. We'll see you then.